There are children, now adults, scattered across the world who recall strange moments tucked inside the folds of their early education. Not nightmares, not dreams, but memories, fragmented like a broken mirror, reflecting a strange, quiet fear that never quite left. In the United States and Canada, during the 1980s, 90s, and early 2000s, many schools had a special program. It was called G.A.T.E, or G-A.T.E, Gifted and Talented Education. On the surface, it was an enrichment program for high IQ children, but some who went through it remember something else. They recall sealed rooms, covered windows, headphones with strange tones, and Xena card tests, those black and white symbols made famous in psychic research. And then there was the pink drink, a mysterious liquid administered before certain sessions. Bitter, medicinal. Meant to do what exactly? These recollections are not isolated. Reddit threads, TikTok confessions, late-night podcast guests, thousands are coming forward, their stories eerily consistent. Children taken from class for special testing, told to keep secrets, observed by adults who didn't work at the school, asked to perform impossible tasks, guest cards without seeing them, remote view objects in other rooms. Is this merely a shared psychological artifact, shaped by culture and memory? Or is it a leak in a dam, revealing something buried far deeper? In the Cold War era, the CIA and Defense Intelligence Agency poured millions into paranormal research. They called it Project Stargate. The goal, to weaponize consciousness, train operatives to spy across time and space, using only the mind. It sounds absurd, but it was real. Declassified documents now confirm it. So here's the question. If the government believed remote viewing was possible, why wouldn't they look for children who showed early potential? Why wait for the gift to wither in adulthood? Why not find them, test them, shape them? Could the G.A.T.E program have been a front, or at least a convenient recruiting filter? Let's dive deeper into the abyss. Some claim the G.A.T.E program wasn't just looking for intelligence, they were hunting for something rarer: psionic abilities. Psionics, a term whispered in fringe circles referring to telepathy, clairvoyance, psychokinesis, mind over matter. And who is most susceptible to these phenomena? Children, unburdened by disbelief, more energetically porous, less bound by the rigid laws we adults take for granted. Could it be that certain children were being screened for latent psychic traits? Not to help them, but to use them. Here's where it grows darker. Many former G.A.T.E students describe their memories as fragmented, dreamlike, incomplete. Some remember missing time, others recall feelings of fear without knowing why. A few claim they had handlers, adults who appeared only during these sessions. Psychiatrist Dr. Colin Ross, an expert on dissociative disorders, has documented how trauma and suggestion can split the psyche, fragment memory, create amnesia, even manufacture new identities. If children were subjected to sensory deprivation, hypnosis, or neuroacoustic stimulation, it could create precisely the effects described. Foggy memories, vivid hallucinations, or buried trauma resurfacing decades later. Whether accidental or intentional, the mind can shatter in silence. We've seen this before. In the 1950s through 70s, the CIA ran MK Ultra, a program that used drugs, hypnosis, and trauma to manipulate behavior. One sub-project, number 119, allegedly involved experimentation on children. Another, 68, sought to erase and rebuild personalities. And then there's the Gateway process, from the Monroe Institute used by the military to train soldiers in altered state remote viewing using binaural audio. Does it sound familiar? Headphones, strange tones, psychic testing, dissociation. What if the gateway process was refined and tested on children? And what if the G.A.T.E program was the delivery system? Here's the most chilling thought of all. What if the program never stopped? What if it simply changed names, shifted into charter schools, STEM competitions, tech incubators? What if the next generation of psychic children are being filtered through AI-enhanced education software, psychometric data, even genetic testing? What if the most advanced minds of tomorrow are already marked, already watched, already owned? Let's stop and ask something deeper. What does it mean to harness the mind? In a universe where consciousness might shape reality, are these experiments attempts to control not just individuals, but the fundamental fabric of being itself? They told us we were gifted, but maybe the gift was never ours to keep. Maybe we were the experiment. Maybe we still are. Do you remember the pink drink? The humming in your ears? The man in the corner watching you draw triangles and stars? Maybe it's time to stop forgetting. Were you part of the G.A.T.E program? We're conducting research into the hidden patterns behind these programs, and you might be a part of it. If this resonates, visit mysterialuna.com and fill out our short survey. Help us uncover the truth behind what they were really selecting for.